Wow. That was a big accident. Hi everyone, and welcome back to channel Internet Racing School, or how I like to say it, IRS Wolf, my channel. Today I am visiting Teesside Karting. I am visiting the home circuit of UK 24 hours 24 hours drivers, owners, and 24 hours rental cars, and I can say that this is the longest circuit in UK, 2.1 kilometers. 2.1 kilometers. Sometimes the car circuit is even less than that. Yes, this circuit is 2.1 kilometers, and today here happening club championship, drivers owners championship, but unfortunately they don't run full circuit, they don't run international circuit, they run national circuit, which is shorter. I'm not sure, I think it's shorter about 900 meters. So everything what you can see here now, what we can see here now, this is national circuit, international circuit. You can't see from this point. We have to walk all the way to the other side of we even can't walk there near the circuit. We have to go all the way around, but I'll definitely show you. Right now on the circuit here happening just a corporate event, something like Arrive and Drive, or something like a private sprint. No, it's not sprints, definitely not sprints, it's Arrive and Drive, guys. Yeah, but soon, because I've seen already the drivers for championship turn up already. They're here, they're preparing their go-karts, and I think yesterday they had a practice session here. Yes, so today I'm gonna go around the pit lane. I'm gonna talk on the camera with chat on the camera with the drivers, owners, with the racing drivers about Teesside Circuit, about this event. So as usually, guys, we're gonna get as much as possible information, and today it's a Teesside Karting, and I am really excited about this circuit because the first time when I heard about this circuit, it was 10 years ago, and I always wanted to get here. Of course I wanted to get here to drive, to race, to do 24 hours, but you know what? I'm here with my YouTube channel, I'm here to film about it, and I'm really happy. So let's go.
And I am the circuit owner.
Circuit owner.
Yes.
So, can you tell me a little bit about the circuit, a little bit about the circuit history, how the circuit
come about?
Come about, yeah.
In the 1990s, when there was not a lot of race circuits in the UK, we had a bit of a problem. The local authority, the Teesside Development Corporation, decided a racetrack in this area would be a way to regenerate, with supporting with local industry, getting motor people in here to start selling their wares. They started to build the circuit, and then things changed politically. They never quite worked out, so they built the kart circuit, and then they built the kart circuit and started operating it as a racetrack. But it kind of, the local people were still very close. There's buildings all around the area, and so they got lots of noise complaints. Now in the 1990s, motor racing used to have expansion boxes, and the noise was not a consideration for the competitors. So actually what happens, the local people got it shut down. Again, in the late 90s I came along, where the vehicles we use are very quiet. So we managed to open a circuit again, Teesside Karting, and we started running them Honda 4-strokes. And since then, obviously with the more improvement in exhausts and everything, we know we could run every day of the week, and that's what we do now. So in 1997 I took the track over, and it's been developed by me and my family since then, with the extension 10 years ago. The seat, all the edging around the exterior, all the banking and all the trees and that have made a big difference. So now we can run 7 days a week, and we do. We have people from all over the country. It's now the largest kart circuit in the world, 2.2 kilometres. It's enormous. A usual circuit, which is the one behind us, you can see in the background, is a national circuit, which is 1.2 kilometres. And we run maybe 400 or 500 drivers a week from all over the country come here and race. And they mainly race on the twin-engine pro karts. They pay average of £55 each, and for that they get an hour's worth of racing. As well as that, we do 2 24 hours here. One is for the university 24 hours, where the top 50 universities in the country who have sporting motorsports as part of their curriculum come along and do a 24-hour race. And we do the British 24-hour race for pro karts, where we have up to 70 teams racing for 24 hours, and we have teams from all over the world. As a matter of fact, next year we have teams from South Africa coming up, especially for the race.
I'm Mason Barker.
What is this event about, tell me?
It's just to have fun, do championships.
It's a club championship?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about Teesside? What type of circuit is that? Fast circuit, technical, maybe it's both?
It's pretty much both, yeah.
If we speak about international, how long it's going to take for the driver beginner to learn this circuit?
I'd say maybe, as in like in months or like days or...
Well, let's say if you have a practice session twice a week, how many weeks that would take you?
About 8 weeks, 6, 7, 8 weeks.
6, 7, 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell me, for you, what was the difficult part to learn?
When to brake and like how to, like when to turn in, like all the lines and stuff.
And how you found it?
Comes with time, yeah.
The most difficult part of the circuit?
This one here, that corner there.
Oh, so this is straight after start finish, yeah?
Yeah.
Is the start finish the same for the both circuit, for the international and national?
Yeah, with the international you start all up here and up here.
And why is this part of the circuit is most difficult for you?
It's like one of the fastest corners in the track, and you have to, if you do it time the turning, then you'd like stuffed up the corner.
So this is the corner where you can lose most of your time.
Yeah.
Just because of the too much braking or just too early apexing. Or...
Yeah.
So listen, as I can see on the map, this circuit, we can say that the national part of the circuit is more technical, and the another half of international, which is here, I would call it more fast flowing.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm. More simple.
For example, I'm here first time. Yeah. Give me the best advice how to learn the circuit. What the best way?
What I'd do before everyone goes out, I'd walk around the track.
Yeah.
And see which is the best parts for you. So like, I used to go around, and I used to walk around the racing line.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll soon pick it up, and you go out in your kart, then you go out and you just do the same thing.
So you would say walking is very important to do the track walk before the race.
Mm-hmm.
And when I am in a kart and I do first, let's say my first 5 laps, do I have to take it easy or have to straight flat out?
I'd just take it slow, and then once you feel ready and like your tyres are warmed up enough, then
when I remember the racing line, yeah?
Yeah, and then just go as fast as you want.
Sam Tugwell.
Sam Tugwell. Can you tell me what kind of event happening here today?
It's a sprint event, pro karting sprint event. So there's cadets and pro karts, yeah.
Cadets and pro karts. So today we're running here a short circuit.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's correct.
Listen, what I want to talk with you about, can you virtually take me around the circuit with the best racing line?
Okay, yes.
So, you know, like, you do the track walk, so the same, take me through the racing line, please.
Okay.
So we're starting at the start-finish line.
Start-finish line.
Yeah.
Here. And then you're into the chicane.
So we enter it on in the middle, or on the...
Sort of in the middle. You get tied up against the right-hand side of the circuit there.
Yes.
And then you end up tight against the left-hand curb.
Yes.
And then you just go straight down the hill here.
Flat out?
Flat out, yeah. Yeah, and that's really fun because this corner here is, you know, bumpy and fast. Yeah, you go over to the right and then you just down the straight, you end up back over on the left-hand side, ready for the next right-hand corner. Yeah, reasonably heavy on the brakes. Turn in. You can carry a lot of speed through there, but it is quite tight.
Back on the power before the
apex. Back on the power early, yeah.
Early.
Get a nice run up the hill. Then you got another right-hander, all uphill, right-hander, left-hander. The right-hander's quite straightforward, bit of a roll off the throttle maybe. And then pretty much flat out on the left-hander. You finish on the middle and then go back over to the left, ready for the right-hander. And then long right-hander, you want a really good exit on here because the next straight's very long.
Do you hook the apex here around?
Yeah, hug it and then out wide.
And then we have straight.
Very long straight. This is the longest straight that we tend to do in the year. Incredibly fast. It's flat out all the way to the wiggles, and you flat out through the wiggles as well. You're probably braking out the last wiggle.
At the last apex?
Yes, to try and knock the speed off, ready for that hairpin. You're braking in a reasonably straight line. You're not quite pointing in the right direction, if that makes sense. You're still pointing a bit away from the corner.
Yeah,
if you're carrying that much speed, it doesn't really matter. Because then once you've slowed it down enough, you get it turned in and...
late apex?
Yeah, late apex. So basically then you're back onto the national track, late apex, as we said before, and keep over to the left of the middle, ready for the right-hand hairpin. Just a bit of a lift, maybe brakes into the right-hand hairpin, second hairpin. Tight up against the apex.
You're trying to make smooth lines?
Smooth, yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Nice exit, big long run up to South Bank.
What about braking on the South Bank?
No brakes.
No brakes?
No brakes. It's such a big open corner that you just sort of pulls you in. You know, it's banked as well. Well, you hug the curb quite a long way around.
Long way around.
Yeah, so you you get close to the track limits quite early on, and you just hug it all the way around until towards the exit. Then you end up back over on the left hand side, ready for the third hairpin, which is a right hand hairpin.
Yes. So for the first right hand hairpin, how long we use the brakes?
You don't need to brake vastly hard for this one actually. You go in quite fast, but this hairpin's quite open. You can carry quite a lot of speed into that hairpin.
Ah.
So you do brake for it, but it's not as heavy braking zone as the first hairpin was. Again, just nice apex on that. There's some rough curbs on the inside. Try and avoid those where possible, and again, reasonably lay apex. Or with this corner, you hold the apex for a bit longer. Just stay over to the right hand side of the circuit. Right to the middle again. Yeah. Turn in. I seem to remember you turning quite early for this one, and then again hold the apex again, and then it's just flat out down past the straight.
And the last corner is flat out left-hander, right-hander.
This left-hander here doesn't feel like a corner in these karts. The right-hander's quite nice,
so
but
again,
it's just flat out. Yeah.
Kind of making straight lines through both of them.
Correct.
Kart number 13 in the Pro Extreme class.
Yeah, first of all, can you tell me what type of event we have here today?
So we've got on today, so it's a local club sprint series where it's got 9 rounds through the year, which will be a Saturday test day. Then we've got 3 qualified, 3 heats in the final on the Sunday.
3 qualifying?
One qualifying, 3 heats, and then the final.
Got it.
And then there's 9 rounds in the year, which, but the last round this year is going to be a double header, so it's going to be Friday testing, racing Saturday, racing Sunday.
Mate, and how are you doing this year? How is the
results? It's very, very close. Me and Kart 43, Connor Lucas, are actually, after the last 2 heats, we're actually at exactly the same points in the championship.
Ah, so that's why you're battling there.
Oh,
so heavy.
Yeah. So we're actually level on points now.
Nice.
I did have a little lead coming into this weekend, but that's unfortunately winning them 2 races has allowed him to get back to level points for me now, which is a bit of a shame. But
yeah,
we'll see how we can do for the last heat and the last final. You know.
After go-karts, what type of cars should drivers look? You know, what would you recommend?
I don't know. To be fair, because we never followed cars that closely, I wouldn't know really what to suggest. I mean,
what were you looking at?
I mean, career-wise, if you've got a lot of a financial background, you want to be either going into the new Formula Ford series that follows the British touring cars, or if you don't want to go single-seaters and you want to go saloon racing or touring car way, then the Clio Cup. That's where you want to be. But I mean, for someone wanting to go and race cars on a budget. The MX-5 Mazdas, the Mark 1 series. Yeah. I've got a friend racing in that. It's still going to cost a lot of money.
For Fiesta as well.
And they do Fiestas,
Fiestas, yeah.
Yeah. So the older cars, but they've got good grids for the money. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a career opening aspect. You might be lucky that someone will see you. But there's 2 ways to go. If you're doing it for enjoyment, that's where to go, and if you're career based, then you want to be Clio Cup or Formula Ford, that sort of line, yeah.
Got it. Okay guys, so now when everyone racing on national circuit, here is empty at the moment. So what I'm gonna do, you see that bank just over there. I have to drive around all the way to there. I can walk, but I'm lazy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna drive all the way around over there, and I can go on the top of that bank. I checked it in the morning, Yeah, let's go. I'll show you the other side of the track. Guys, so I came here to film the other part of the Teesside Karting Circuit, and I found something else. And look, I'm not gonna talk about it, I'll better show you that. Look at that.
1, 2, 3.
What's happening here?
The B novices are on.
Is that practice or is it championship?
Practice.
Oh, practice.
Yeah.
And what categories here?
A's, novice, and 85 juniors. Yeah.
Where's the difference between them? Engine difference or
Engine difference.
engine difference? Can you tell me which engines they use?
Well, for novice,
Yeah.
125s and 250s, and then for A's it's 450s.
450 for juniors.
No, for A's.
Oh, what does it mean, airs?
Like experts.
Motorbikes, karting, motorbikes, karting. Okay, and this one's special for Formula 2 HD. Teesside, make some noise! What type of circuit is this? Is that technical circuit? Is that fast circuit?
Yeah.
We speak about international because
Yeah.
I know you run today on the national.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I want to find out about international because this is where they run 24 hours.
Yeah. We race 24 hours early in the year, on the long circuit. But they run the long circuit due to the amount of karts on the grid.
Yeah.
Because there was 80 karts on the grid this year. You couldn't run 80 karts on the national circuit. You've got to run the international to allow the space on the track. But as a track, it's a fast circuit. It is a fast circuit. Although it's a very wide circuit, it does create very hard overtaking. It's quite an easy track to defend.
Wide circuit, is it easy to defend?
Yeah, you would think, oh, it's very hard to defend, but you've only just got to cover the line a little bit. You know, everyone's trying to cut. You'll see when me and Connor are racing.
Because it's wider, so you can
drive a tighter line and then get a faster run out. You know, you can rely on that.
Now I got it.
So
after 10 years, I got it.
But no, it is a fast circuit. It is one of the fast circuits. It is technical. You've got 4 hairpins in there. That, you know, one little mistake out of a hairpin onto the long straight, it's going to cost you a lot of time over the lap. So, yeah.
And how long it took you to learn this circuit properly?
Oh,
let's say
I'm still learning.
Really?
I'm always learning.
Really?
You're always learning.
And so can you tell a little bit what type of event we have today with the drivers owners?
Right, the owner drivers is our Pro Kart Championship. The sprint championship, basically you arrive, you practice a qualifying, 3 heats in the final, and obviously your cumulative scores across the year give you championship results. The karts, the twin engine Pro Karts, which funny enough, you may believe this, I designed them in 1990. I built the very first Pro Kart with Martin Hines. Me and Martin built the very first Pro Karts. We're still using the same tyres, Bridgestone YDS, which we used originally in the YBN number they were before, but they're now YDS. We were using those since 1990. Also the engines, we use 160s, obviously today we're on 200s, and I like the 200s, they give you a bit more power and they're controlled and they're sealed, so that makes very good sense to me. We should have done that many years ago.
And this championship you run on the national circuit only?
Yes, on the national circuit. They get too spread out otherwise on the international circuit. On the national circuit, with a combination of 4 hairpins, it keeps the racing very close.
And you know what? Because I heard about Teesside Karting Circuit 10 years ago, and I heard it as the famous circuit for 24 hours.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about 24 hours.
Well, we run the British 24-hour race here. We have last race was in August. We had 72 teams. So they come from all over. They're a combination of both owner drivers and hire karts. We supplied it. We had 66 hire karts and 18 owner drivers. It's the biggest race ever.
Wow, 66.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Everyone's saying me that this is English Le Mans, but I can't compare it with the Le Mans because I think this is a proper British circuit.
It's a bit, yeah. Well, if you go to Le Mans now, they've spent €6 million. It's beautiful. Le Mans circuit, they keep all the money. They're supported by their national and regional government, because every area in France is important to have a kart circuit, a great place to swim in, a great place for cycling. It's part of the French tradition, you know, to be like every area has its good sporting venues. In England, all the sporting venues like go-kart and motor racing are independently supplied. We have to get our own money, our own finance, so it's very difficult to raise the standard. Obviously PFI, with Paul Fletcher supporting it with his millions, has done a wonderful job. For the rest of us who don't have that kind of money or access that kind of finance, we just have these circuits. A bit more basic, but the track's good, the tarmac's good, and the design of the track makes great racing.
My name is Alexander and I'm a cadet racer.
How is your day today?
It's going as good as it can be. I've won all my races so far and I've got the final to do.
So you won one race?
Yeah, I've won qualifying, I've won all 3 heats. And
all 3 heats?
And now we're going into the final.
What you can say about national circuit?
It's very fast. It's quite technical. If you mess up, then it's your whole lap over.
Listen, with the cadet cars, do you have to use a lot of brakes around the circuit?
Not really.
So it's nice and smooth?
Yeah.
What is the most difficult part for you as a cadet? Which is the difficult part for you of the circuit?
None of it.
Really? You everywhere feel confident? Yeah. And have you done with the cadets here the international?
Oh no, we haven't done that track.
You don't do it on the cadets?
No.
Right guys, so here he is. This is it for today. This is it for this week. You know what? I'm really happy that I visited Teesside Circuit. Amazing circuit. Unbelievably fast, technical. Today races was amazing. 2 finals was really interesting, very competitive drivers. Seniors Pro Karts, amazing battle between top 2 drivers. They actually fighting for the points in the lead in the championship, for the lead in the championship. Sorry for my English, I'm too excited. Yeah guys, so this is it for today. Championship finished. You see Copper cars already entered the circuit, and you know what, I want to come back. I want to come back to this circuit because I want to race at this circuit. Maybe with my own go-kart, maybe with their Copper cars. I don't know yet, but I definitely want to come back here, and I definitely want to make one more video about this circuit. For today, that's it, and see ya!